touch the people that are currently watching.
You feel like you can do anything, be anyone, achieve all dreams and goals.
I feel that if I had more resources, I could help more people. I have ideas.
That's how I see it. I could be wrong.
God, if it is in your will, touch the people that are currently watching.
I'm a God.
Best advice I got right now was from Tory Lanez, and he just said to pray and ask for God to speak through me.
I'm a God. Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A God. I just told you. That's who I think I am.
And ask for God to speak through me.
Shut the f up.
Kanye, what's the best part about being a dad?
The kids.
I'm a God.
I'm just extremely happy. Can you tell by my face?
No, he's got a God complex because he said if they wrote the Bible again, he would be in it.
Shut the fuck up.
Let me know what you think about my analysis and my opinion, because some of you guys are too lazy to go down to the description. I know.
Fill the room with the juice. That's a lot of loot. That bit fire. Yeah, she kinda cute.
Welcome back to my channel. If you are brand new here, thank you for clicking on today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. In today's video, we will be discussing Kanye West's, I want to say slight obsession, but I'm not going to say that, obsession with religion. So this may be a little touchy of a subject for some of you, but that's okay. I'm going to break it down in a way that I hope it does not do that. But if it does, of course, please leave your comments down below. I do have an unboxing. The box is already open though, but there's a box within the box, so we're going to open up that box, but you know what I'm saying. Anyways, and then I got a package from one of my segments. So I'll be opening that up. If you do have any questions, concerns, or even curious in the pieces, I will put that all in the description bar so you can check that out yourself. Other than that, we will be reacting to when Kanye West was praying to God. And I'm gonna do my best not to be as comedic as I want to be, because when I first saw it, I'm not gonna lie, I giggled. Of course I giggled. How could I not giggle? Especially coming from somebody who completely, I don't want to say Kanye doesn't understand or know, but I don't think Kanye cares. And I don't want to say that that's an issue. I just think that that's something within the Black community itself. But before we get into all that, let me get these opened up so we can look at it, and let's just chit chat for a little bit before we hop in here. And just kind of how I've had things change throughout the years. There was a time where I loved Kanye West, like a lot. I actually used to be a gospel rapper. I don't know if you guys know that about me, but I actually used to be a gospel rapper and a poet. Yeah, I kind of did both, spoken word, along with gospel rap. And Jesus Walks by Kanye West was actually one of the songs that we remixed, if you will, and put our Christian spin on it. Not to say it wasn't already Christian, but of course, he's a rapper. So we made it more church friendly, if you will. Besides the freaking point, I was in love with Kanye West at this time. This is when I was just like, man, Kanye West is amazing. He is everything. I cannot even explain how much I thought he was great. And then there came a time where I just was like, I don't know when that exactly happened.
Kanye, give us 3 things that are hairy. Balls, balls, balls.
But my peak Kanye was him and Adam on that song. What's that song called? Dang. Y'all know, I'll put it in if I remember. But anyways, that was peak, I freaking loved Kanye so much. The reason I bring up Jesus Walks is because there was oh my gosh. My God. Well, let me show y'all. Hold on a second. Look how freaking beautiful this is, you guys. Stop. Thank you so freaking much. It's like a little skull, and it's like a pearl skull. I freaking love it. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to wear this. Oh, let me open the other one. But like I was saying, so there was a time where I loved Kanye West. Ooh, I'm over here getting distracted. Thank you. I love hearts. It's another one when it has a heart on it. And it has a clover, which I love so much because I have green on today, so that's even better. And there was a time where I actually had a 4-leaf clover, you guys. I don't know where the heck it is now, but yeah, I had a freaking 4-leaf clover. I freaking love this. Anyways, so what I'm saying with Kanye is that he did this Jesus Walks, right? And I feel like after that, he didn't necessarily center his music around that exact same energy. Like, yes, I remember he had a song called I Am God.
Greatest pain in life is I will never be able to see me perform.
Like, the thing with Kanye is he went from Jesus Walks to music that talks about him feeling like a god or him being Jesus. Like, it transitioned into the height of what I know that height is.
The wife got a big butt, and I just see our life becoming more and more and more like The Incredibles until we can finally fly.
There was a time where I wanted to be a pastor, like a pastor, a youth pastor, something within the religion realm. That scope, if you will. And I was super serious about it. Like, I remember I completely changed my life. I stopped drinking. I stopped partying. Like, I just was like, this is what I want to do. And looking back, I didn't think that there was anything really wrong. But I remember, because I had a mentor. And she was also a pastor. And so, well, an associate pastor. And we had a conversation one day where I met up with her at Starbucks. And I was just telling her I felt really down. I was just like, I'm not in a good mood. Obviously, I was having symptoms of depression. However, I was not focusing on that because I was focusing on God and my religion fixing that. That being, I gotta pray about this, I need to get prayed on, baptized, whatever it is that I can do religion-wise to fix this is what I want to do.
No, he's got a God complex because he said if they wrote the Bible again, he would be in it.
And I remember she gave me some advice that was very much biblical, and it was not something that could help. And that's not her fault, but that's just not something that would have helped at that time. And I didn't know that I needed to go the actual medical route, which was like medication and therapy and counseling and like trauma work and regression work and stuff like that. I was very much like, God is going to fix this. Now, did that work out for me? Unfortunately, no. I'm not saying that that doesn't work out for other people, but that didn't work out for me. So obviously I ran into realizing that, okay, I need to figure out my own stuff and then come back to this and see if this is something I actually want. But at that time, I thought I was having a spiritual awakening, which a lot of people with bipolar disorder go through. And if you look into bipolar disorder spiritual awakening, you'll be able to come across a lot of what I'm talking about, which is like this very high and mighty feeling, feeling super high and nostalgic or even like euphoric. Everything is connected, life is good, everything's amazing. Look at my beautiful children, look at my beautiful world, look at my friends. Like you're just in a very positive, uplifted mood. That can change very quickly, which again, I have been seeing with Kanye. So it's very interesting how much I see his disorders and his symptoms within the focus of bipolar disorder, not necessarily the focus of like, this man is crazy, like somebody needs to get him on medication, like what's going on, da 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 da. I see it like, oh, this is a symptom that is very much, not only is it, I don't even want to say that like medication can help it, but it's just something that you go through. I don't know much about that element and if that is something that is true or factual, but trust me, you can find many videos on YouTube about it. And it is very interesting to go down that path of, I am one of the enlightened ones. Like, this is why I have this so-called disorder, because these people aren't normal. Therefore, these people see me as this, that I need to be controlled or tamed. When in reality, I am just anointed. That right there is kind of the feeling of bipolar disorder, especially in the heights.
Difficult it can be to understand someone who wants to take over the world one minute and then end their lives the next. Sometimes in the same day, even the cycle happens. It's not easy, but neither is describing something like an elephant to a blind man. We can't get angry at the blind man if he doesn't get it right, especially if at least they're making an effort. We have to say, please take a moment and watch this, or it would mean a lot to me if you read this book so we can understand each other a little better.
Hopefully that broke down a little bit more about how I'm feeling and what I mean by Kanye's outbursts when it comes to religion.
I'm a god. Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A god. I just told you. That's who I think I am.
Now let's hop in here because I do want to watch this fully because I don't believe I have. I think I've only seen clips of it, but I will pause on parts that I absolutely am like, dude, come on now.
Most men do not, there's no such thing as 50-50 custody.
Stop. Like just See, this is why I can't watch you, because I don't mean to laugh and I really want people to take what I'm saying seriously. But the thing is like, I can't help but deny this is a funny man. Hold on, let me start it over. And while I do that, I'm gonna open up this box. So I got a rice cooker, y'all, and it's pink. And I never, ever thought I would get one because I'm very much like, please put it on the pot. But we're getting to the age where I'm tired. So yeah, I just went ahead and bought one. But anyways.
Most men do not, there's no such thing as 50-50 custody with in society today. That's not even, it always leans towards the mom.
Who is this? Not me saying who is this?
Stop
My bad.
antagonizing me with this
Your
TikTok
intro
baby.
was fine.
I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said I am not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney.
So like this narrative is not, I agree with it. I agree with it, and I'm going to continue agreeing with it because he's not wrong. The issue is the way he's doing it and the way he's going to continue doing it. However, for you to try to show him that that's wrong isn't going to make sense in Kanye's mind, because Kanye been doing this for years and no one has checked him. So if he's been doing this for years and no one has checked him, what makes you think that that's going to change, especially after the diagnosis of literal people in the medical field telling him, hey, you got a problem, man. You need to calm down. We need to put you on some medication. What he's hearing is, you need to put me in a box.
I have a say-so. And then when people say, oh, they're going to use this for you in court, I didn't have a say-so on whether or not they went to Sierra Canyon. Most men do not, there's no such thing as 50-50 custody with in society today. That's not even, it always leans towards the mom. But right now, and I'm happy.
See how he knows that? Notice how he knows that information and is still continuing with this behavior regardless of the intelligence of him knowing that. That's how I know that this is a symptom. Because it happens to me all the time where I'm doing something and I'm like, why am I doing this? Why am I acting like this? Like, why am I, behaving this way in front of this person or towards this person? And I still have the emotional and intelligent, not even the emotional intelligence, but I still have the intelligence to know that what I'm doing is wrong. And I'm still doing it. Whether that's like ignoring people, whatever, like I don't know how to explain it, but it can form as a symptom depending on how you're looking at it, right? And I think that's what's so fascinating to me about this disorder. It's just like, there's so many facets of it. And I never realized that until I met somebody with bipolar 2 disorder. When I met somebody in person with that disorder, I was like, whoa, I totally get this disorder so much more now. So much more. It was such a wake-up call for me.
That you guys got to see just a small piece of what I dealt with. You understand what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So I called different people I knew. So when we had the Donda 2 release in Miami, I got a flight for all my kids to come from Calabasas to come in Miami to see the kids. Then assistant hit me and said, all the kids, they said the kids are there. When the plane took off, I got a text from him that said, North won't be on the plane. You see, this is the kind of stuff that's just like the Chicago birthday party. And I'm glad that y'all saw in the variety piece what I have to deal with. Here go another thing. The Doves high school basketball game. We hold one in California.
Boom. He starts talking about the names of the school that his kids go to as if you guys know. You hear how he's just, so the Doves, you hear how he's just so casually speaking as if he's not talking to, I don't even know, millions of people. Like, he's speaking to you as if he's talking to his cousin or someone that he knows that knows about of that school or that schedule. Do you see how it's just like, that's why I feel like depending on his lawyer and how it's portrayed in court, it will be very interesting to see how Kanye tries to manipulate this into his favor. Because he's never been bipolar and divorced. He's never been bipolar and single, which means that the symptoms that are going to come out and the way he's going to act, and it's going to be different for not just everybody else, but for him as well. And he may not realize or see it until so many months after, and he might be like, dang, I was doing that? Because that's seriously how it is. You forget so fast.
My daughter loves basketball. I want her to see the league that her father is starting. North can't go to that game. Now we got Sunday service this morning at 10 a.m. and it's North had a sleepover, so she can't come to Sunday service. I moved the Sunday service up to 10 a.m. so that I can go to Saint soccer game at 12:30. Move the entire thing.
Boom. You hear that? You see how he said move the entire thing and there was a long pause? I don't know if this is why the pause was there, but let me explain to you what a change of an event can do to somebody who's bipolar disorder. Having a changed event for somebody who has bipolar disorder, personality disorder, even anxiety, to be honest with you, any social disorder or mood disorder, it could be little, like phone call, we just want to move the appointment up 30 minutes. Regular people. Okay, no worries. People like Kanye. People with bipolar disorder.
Good morning, Kanye.
Shut the fuck up.
Even me, I have literally seen myself have mental breakdowns because it didn't go my way, or the schedule changed, or, I have a routine and now we're doing something else and I wasn't prepared for it. It's so crazy to me that that's how he's justifying it. How he broke that down, like I moved it, and then, like, do you hear that?
I moved the Sunday service up to 10 a.m. so that I can go to Saint soccer game at 12:30. Move the entire thing. Move the entire thing.
Like, okay, Kanye, that's fine. But do you see how I myself can see that as like, okay, chill out. Okay, you have to move it. But also I can see the side of like, okay, yeah, but that probably really rocked his moods a little bit. And if it didn't, then he's stable. And if he is stable mentally, which again, medication and all that may take time. If he is, would he still be doing this? I don't know. Why? Because I don't know who Kanye is, single, bipolar, medicated, divorced. We don't know who that person is yet, and he don't know who that person is yet.
So I called different people I knew, and the best advice I got right now was from Tory Lanez, and he just said to pray and ask for God to speak through me. You
hear that? Now let's talk about how the Black community, I don't want to say I definitely don't want to say that, but not just the Black community, let's just say religion, people that are religious, they want to focus on the religion aspect no matter what it is, right? Catholic, Christian, I don't care, right? And I completely understand that, but there's also an aspect that's very much science-based, unfortunately. It's medicine. This is what you got to do to change this function, that function. And at the end of the day, there's a lot of religious people that don't want to hear that. So hearing this, which best information, did you hear, even the way he explained the best information, y'all called a couple people, the best thing I got from Tory Lanez was to just pray. Give it to God, let God speak through me.
Best advice I got right now was from Tory Lanez, and he just said to pray and ask for God to speak through me.
See how he picked that compared to, I don't know, somebody else like, hey, maybe meditate, do some yoga. Have you taken your medicine today? Did you run a mile today? Did you work out today? Maybe go for a walk. Instead of those solutions, this was the solution for him.
4 children, and there's so many people who don't have a voice and have the opportunity to be able to speak up and just, God, if it is in your will, touch the people that are currently watching, my children, whatever sleepovers at, wherever they are at, the various nannies that watch all the children.
I'm sorry, that various nannies just killed me.
Men do not, there's no such thing as 50-50 custody with...
Woo! Pause. The various nannies.
I'm a god.
You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? First of all, if you're praying, most people are praying for somebody else, or they're like, oh, I pray that everybody on this flight, you know, gets to their place safely, whatever. This man is praying directly and publicly to God.
I'm a God.
And also throwing in, you know, little jabs, right? Again, which makes me think this is a symptom.
Our extreme empathy always puts us in the position where we are giving and giving more to someone who doesn't reciprocate that to us.
It's not necessarily like this man is actually like, yes, God is going to, you know, make sure that Kim, you know, stops being with Pete. Like, obviously he could pray that, and we all know that that's not going to happen. I'm pretty sure Kanye has figured that out too. Like, okay, even though I'm praying to God, it looks like Kim is still going to be with Pete. Yikes. That's why I feel like this whole centering around religion and obsession with focusing on church, and
I'm a God.
It's very... It's very much symptom based in my mind, and not to say that people that are in this field have, you know, mental issues. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it is a symptom that I think a lot of traditional corporates, maybe doctors that aren't as holistic, right, don't talk about at all.
In society today, that's not even. It always leans towards the.
Stop.
And touch them and say, please bring my children to Sunday service this morning at 10 a.m.
This is so freaking cool.
You know, God.
I'm a God.
This is out of my hands. It's up to you. This whole conversation of custody, this whole narrative, gaslighting, you know, all of this. It's like right now, this is up to you. I thank you for putting me in a position to be able to make Sunday service and put this online and have my family, you know, be there. My children be there to hear about God, to sing about God.
I'm a God.
Sing about Jesus Christ, for us to be able to have the first right, the freedom of speech in America, to still talk about God out loud. This morning, God, please, you know, there's no reason why these young children, upon their father's request, shouldn't be allowed to come to Sunday service. At this point, it's going too far. God.
I can't even watch it with a straight face. Oh my God, Kanye. That's exactly why I didn't want to talk about this. I can't. Listen. There should be no reason that they cannot go. First of all, you don't know that. If you knew, you would know God sees all things. So there may be a reason that you don't know that they can't join your Sunday service. But also, it's very focused on my Sunday school or my Sunday service. It's very focused on him, again, having this discussion with God as if, you know, he's Buddha.
I'm a God.
Or Jesus. It's so somatic to me. It's just like symptoms everywhere. And I'm not even a doctor, but that's how I see it. It's so hard for me not to see it like that because I have been there. Like, I really feel like I have been there to the point where it's just like, I wish I could explain the level of positivity that you feel. You feel like you can do anything. You really do. You like, look at my face right now. I'm serious. You feel like you can do anything, be anyone, achieve all dreams and goals.
I feel that if I had more resources, I could help more people. I have ideas that can make the human race existence within our 100 years better. Period.
And if Kanye been living like this his whole life, and then y'all trying to put him on a drug that suppresses that, I can only imagine. I could just see it and feel it.
Please, the boyfriend texts me, antagonizing me, bragging about.
Boom, there we go. The boyfriend. There he goes, really publicly showing the world that God sees Pete as the boyfriend. God don't see Pete as another human being. That's a brother. That's one of us. No. The boyfriend, God. The boyfriend. Not Pete. Not Davidson. Not somebody who actually has a name. No, the boyfriend. Like, do you see how, I don't want to say manipulative, but it's, again, trying to get others to see his view in a drastic way, very drastic way, that other people see as like crazy. Like, oh my God, this man's crazy. Like, there's so many different levels to this disorder.
I'm a god.
I have so many stories, but it's what it is.
Being in bed with my wife.
Being in bed with
I
my
thought
wife.
publicly for a year and a half. I've been dragged, and how she not my wife. She don't have her last name, and now he texting me, talking and bragging about how he's in bed with my wife, and I'm like, well, who's watching my children?
Boom. So who's watching my children? Kanye, God is watching your children. How are you confused by that?
I'm a god.
How are you confused? God sees all. Is God not watching your children? So he says this to, again, just dab into Kim, her motherly skills, whether that's, motherly money to pay for the nanny, whatever, it's fine. A lot of moms do that. That's fine. But do you see how he brings that up? It's very much like using God to shift the narrative. Point blank, period. Again, and I'm not saying that's the symptom of every single bipolar person. No, I'm just saying that's the symptom of people having a perspective, whether that is mentally ill or mentally stable, but those that are mentally ill will pretty much go to any length to get others to see their point. That's just really what it is. I mean, that's why there's straitjackets for a freaking reason. You know what I mean? Because they have to show you and expand and express whatever it is, whether that's negative or positive. Honestly, that could be everybody we're going to heaven, or that could be everybody we're going to hell, and I am a very strong atheist. Either or.
And I thought this wasn't my wife no more legally, since I got I got the lawyer to finally finish the divorce, because every time I finish the show, the Free Hoover show.
Think about a man of God speaking to God about a divorce, when we all know divorce is not even something that should be done within the marriage. Like, I don't know. I can't explain how weird it is to be a product of divorced parents, go to church, hear all this bad stuff about divorce, how important it is to save yourself for marriage. And then if you want a divorce, you absolutely shouldn't do that. But yet you did it. And then when you ask a parent that is divorced, they're very much like, well, things just, sometimes God works in mysterious ways. You know what I mean? There's always some sort of excuse or story. So I just feel like it's so subjective. Like, my thing is just religion is so subjective.
She dropping her last night. Every time I do something positive, it's something negative that's coming. I go and get the laptop for Ray J. Then she joking about divorce. I go and get the lawyer, change the lawyer. So
he say Ray J? He say I got the laptop from Ray J? Wait.
For Ray J. Then she joking about divorce. I go and get the lawyer, change the lawyer so we can finally do the divorce. And then somehow I'm the one that's the stalker. God, I just need to protect my children. You protect the children. I know our nannies, some of them are Christian. You touch them, please, God, today, and have them bring my children to Sunday service this morning. The devil ain't gonna win. You get what I'm saying? This is gaslighting. Kim gets black people out.
It's so interesting how he's saying this is gaslighting. Is this not gaslighting now? Isn't this Kim?
Prison, who puts black people in prison?
Got your hands full, girl.
The person that the boyfriend has a tattoo of, Hillary. You understand the setup right here? You understand the narrative right here? God.
Every time he bring up Hillary, I can't help but think about Kanye saying George Bush doesn't care about black people. Just out of nowhere. And if you weren't alive, or I don't even want to say if you weren't alive, but if you weren't physically, able to understand that time period, maybe you were just younger, maybe you're older and you just didn't care about who this rapper was, whatever. That was such an interesting time, because I think that was one of Kanye's first outbursts that people were like, what did you say? But do you see the difference of undiagnosed to diagnosed. And the reason I say this is because when you're undiagnosed, you don't realize that it's rapidly getting worse as you're getting older. You don't realize that. So it's interesting to see him go from all of these different outbursts, and just it's very interesting to see as somebody with the exact same, because again, bipolar disorder 2 is very different from bipolar disorder 1. So that's to have bipolar disorder 1 and see his bipolar disorder 1 within his career, it's really interesting.
Please, in your son's name, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, please make sure my kids come to Sunday.
Here's my thing is, if God doesn't bring your kids to Sunday service, is it God's fault? Is it now God's fault? And I know it's not, because I know Kanye is not going to come on and be like, God, you did not bring my child to this is awful. I don't know how you betrayed me, right? Like, he's not going to do that. But he may do that in the aspect of talking about somebody else, which he just did here. God, I don't understand. Kim said, like, you see how it's very... And another thing is, when have we seen Kanye do videos like this praying? Let's say that he was doing this for like 2 years straight, just random videos, just like, Lord, I just want to hop here on Instagram today, let every single person viewing this, let them know that I am here to protect them. I'm here to be there for them. If they ever want to come to a Sunday service, they can come if they want to. Like, we don't see that from Kanye. So for him to do this, again, out of nowhere, having people like,
bro, y'all see Kanye? He's posting videos praying now instead of just ranting. And
you know what I mean? And he doesn't even like that people said it was a rant. He said it wasn't a rant. He was praying. And so we'll respect that. He was praying. But the point is when have you seen this? This is why I'm like, these are all symptoms. And for a long time, at least that's what he stated, is that his mother has always influenced and increased that positivity in him. So when he was on this like high, like, I have all these dreams, I want to do this, I want to do that, it was praised. It was put in a positive aspect. That's how he got to where he is today. That creative ability is not just there willy-nilly out of the blue. You know what I mean? And so now that he is probably still having those same interactions, those same feelings, I feel like he uses religion as an outlet because he doesn't have that mother figure or that figure in general pushing him to do that, which is why he's now been so centered into religion. That's how I see it. I could be wrong. Let me know what you think about my analysis and my opinion. Other than that, y'all, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go make me some rice. I'm so excited. Like, look how cute this is. This is so cute. So I'm gonna plug it in, get my little rice going, and I'm gonna eat me some rice and stew, okay? Nigerian food, hey. And then some, I don't know if I have some smoked turkey. Should I have smoked turkey or chicken? I have chicken. So we'll probably do chicken. Regardless, I am out of here. Thank you again so much for the necklaces too, because I freaking love you. Oh, also, let me show you guys her card, because some of you guys are too lazy to go down to the description. I know. I've done it sometimes. I'm just like, oh, I'm not about to click on that. And that's fine. So I wanted to show y'all on the screen. Anyways, let me go ahead and get out of here. I got this. What do I even got on today? We had a St. Patrick's Day work happy hour. And obviously I work remotely, you guys. So I had a little Jack and Coke. I was feeling myself. And I'd really never drink liquor. Like, I just don't have any beer anymore. And I don't drink by myself. So it was kind of weird. I was just like, all right, I'll just have a little shot, whatever. So I decided to put some green on. So I wish I opened this earlier. I could have like shown them in my class or whatever, but in my Zoom meeting or whatever. But this is actually so freaking cute, and it's the perfect length. Like, I really appreciate this because this is super cute. I needed some good look, so I'm gonna have it on. We gonna have a good day. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. It's time for me to eat. I have not even had lunch today, you guys. So that's another thing. You don't even be caring about food like that when you got bipolar disorder. You be trying though. I know I try. But it doesn't happen all the time, unfortunately. Hold up, y'all, my nails. I forgot how cute my nails are. And here go the thumbs. They're so stinky cute. Let me stop. Anyways, bye, y'all.
Pulling out the coupe in the lot. 12 for a squat. Busting all the bells out the box. Hit the lick with the box.